Monday, August 21st. This is the Franklin Civic Celebration Committee meeting, and I call this meeting to order. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Citizen comment period. Any
Roll
citizen?
call.
Roll call.
Roll call. Roll call, thank you. John Bergner here. Robert Nackert.
Here.
Here. Angela Christie.
Here.
Here. Doug Clark.
Here.
Mira Kresovic.
Here.
Alderman Holfer.
Here.
And Adamski.
Here.
We got everyone here in attendance. Plus we got Brian Sawinski and Dennis Fonz.
Sergeant Ireland.
And yes, Sergeant Arlen. Pass out.
Citizen comment?
Citizen comment?
Can I be a citizen for
Sure.
a couple moments? So I just wanted to take the opportunity to let you know that Toys for Tots, the Milwaukee chapter, is having their first golf tournament in Milwaukee, actually on Oakwood Golf Course. So are there any golfers, or do you know of any that you'd be willing to share?
I can give a couple away.
Wonderful. And I know I dropped it off at the department. I
And
know I
council
gave
Kevin.
you.
Yep.
So that's the 17th, the 15th of September.
Coming up quick.
Yeah.
I have a citizen comment too, John. We have to elect officers today.
Say it again, Mr. Nackert?
Supposed to do it on our first meeting after the 4th of July.
Yeah, that's after we go over, yeah.
We were supposed to do it last time. We're supposed to do it, make it official.
I'm not following.
No, we're going, yeah.
The first meeting after the 4th of July. is supposed
You
to
got
be-
it right here. Yeah. He's got it on the
Oh, you
agenda.
got it, okay.
Yep. After
I didn't
business.
get the
Well, we're still talking last year. All right. This is the income statement from this year's festival. And I'll go over it with you. As far as our income, first of all, before I start, I want to thank everybody for all their time, and for Angela's husband, who was a saint, to help us on Teardown Day. Thank him.
I will.
And our guy Chris, who came from Pom Poms. Okay, donations. Thanks to Mira, we had donations almost equal to, but surpassed $24,549. So it surpassed 2022. And I want to thank Irish Cottage for their donation at the end to put us over.
Yes.
Ticket sales deposits, $77,974 for 2023 for 3 days, and 2022 was $82,000. So we did very well for those 3 days of ticket sales. The food vendors, they actually did better. They did in the 3 days than they did the 4 days, because they had 3 good days of sales, and I think the fireworks drew a lot of people here that spent money. They had a real good night of the firework night, and
Weather.
weather was all good, right? We had the 4th of July last year was a washout almost. So food vendors gave us $18,000, and it surpassed their 2022. City funds, $13,000 they give every year. But we're going to have to talk about this later. We still do not have that money deposited into our account. So we need to talk about that one. Carnival commission was $22,895 versus $25,000 in 2022. That's because they ran 3 days versus 4, but that still is a good numbers. Then the non-food licenses, $600. The ATM rental was almost equal to 2022. And cornhole was a good $40.
It's
For all the-
growing up. It's
for all-
Big one.
For all the work Doug put
Yeah,
into
beat
that.
last year.
That's a
so.
long-term plan.
So our total income is $159,681 versus 4 days in 2022, which was $164,000. So that's fantastic. Okay, now we go into expenses. Entertainment was $28,100 versus $33,822. That's because we had one less day of entertainment, so that was less. The printing of the tickets, that amount came to $5,700. Next is the police and the DPW. Look at our total. $50,751. Now that's something we expected to be less because we only ran 3 days
Yeah.
instead of 4, and we didn't run on the holiday. But most of it is DPW, and they did a fantastic job. Yeah.
Are you sure with most of the DPW? Do you have that printout from there?
Yes.
Okay, let me look at that.
Yeah.
The DPW is always way cheaper than the police department.
Yes.
Something's wrong
DPW
there.
costs were extremely high, so that's an extra $10,000.
Why was it extremely high?
But
Got to find out
was it
more.
all payroll though?
And it's something we don't get the bills, and they have they go and they bill the city, have nothing to do with it. Whatever their charge is, they can take out of the city fund. I have no,
We have
No.
interdepartmental billing. They can.
yeah,
We can, if the clerk does something for her, technically she could charge our thing at $10 and then, yes?
Do you know if some of the generators belong to DPW?
no,
No.
Okay,
generators was all donated by Payne and Dolan.
okay.
Wasn't fuel down too this year on DPW?
Yeah, it'll be coming, yeah, a few. So here and then another, of course, this year we spent $30,000 on fireworks to make up for last year's canceled fireworks. Normally we spend $20,000, but this year it was $30,000, so we spent an additional $10,000 on fireworks. I have been told that Greenfield spends $40,000 on their fireworks. So I'd like to do a research what other communities are spending, because now once we've done it, are we going to go back to $20,000 or keep the entertainment good?
Greenfield gets a big sponsorship for that from Festival Foods. And evidently statewide, that's what Festival likes to do. I don't know if they'll do a neighboring community or not, but.
But
we
they do
should-
Hell's Corners.
Well,
'cause
they're in
they're-
Hales Corners.
Yeah, because they're in Hell's
Yeah.
Corners. They do Hell's Corners.
So we should see if we can get some from there.
Yeah, we need to find. Yeah,
Sorry, do you know about how much they donate usually?
I think they might have donated pretty much the whole thing from what they were telling me.
Okay.
that would be a big.
That's,
big,
I talked to the Parks Department at Greenfield.
yeah. And we get plenty from Payne and Dolan. They've always been a generous supplier and supporter. So that compared to 2022 was $30,000 right there.
And
Ice cream,
The city got a lot of good press from the fireworks.
yeah,
A lot of positive comments.
yeah. The ice cream, that bill is the same as almost like a little increase over 2022. Beer, it's up there about this, around the same level also. We didn't have any wine costs. We're gonna have to order wine again this coming year. We used the wine from previous year. The supplies was up because we bought those wonderful coolers. That was a lifesaver. That was $6,320. So that's why supplies was a lot more this year. The rentals, that's $17,885 compared to 16. So that's comparable also. T-shirts, almost the same price for T-shirts. Signs and banners was less. Background checks was the same. Golf carts, we had to spend more for golf carts because we didn't have tuckaways. So we gotta look at, we don't need that many golf carts next time, because Ann said she doesn't even use them. I thought, for the parade.
I could bring my scooter in.
DPW supplies, that's like the trash bags for the containers and all that. So that was, comparable, less. Postage was less. Then we we gave Lions Club the $1,925, which was the percentage of the 50-50 split. So that's, that has to be taken off of ticket sales. Services was nothing. And then we had a cost of the Walnut Heels last year. Soda was up. We bought bigger sodas, so sold them at a higher price. Ice was around the same thing. And then there was generator fuel, which was big difference of $965 versus 43,
How?
4,800. Well, we had a big generator and it ate up the fuel.
Just sucked up fuel.
Sucked up
Which
fuel. That was in 2022.
Yeah, didn't we have the same?
No, we had smaller
smaller
ones. But we had a lot of problems with generators, with them running out of, overloads and had to be replaced twice. And that was a big problem for the food vendors and us.
How did we pay more for ice?
I was gonna ask that too.
Well, ice, you had a good question, because
One
ice
less
last
day,
time.
new coolers.
No, because last time when we went and got ice, it was put as supplies. It wasn't
Okay.
used, because we had to go buy it by ourselves. So there really wasn't an ice bill. But that's a good question. We did spend a lot more for ice.
A lot more.
Yeah.
The generators that you're talking about, that's the same one that's behind the food vendors, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We don't always get the same one. It's whatever. they got
Pandol
available for
donates.
us.
And
I mean,
electricity.
that's a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
That's
But
almost
if we had all-
$4,000
Mm-hmm.
for fuel for last year.
I wonder, did they do both of them? Because when they brought the new one, did they not charge us maybe for the first
They
one?
don't charge us for them.
But I mean, but we needed fuel for the first one.
Yeah, but whatever you got to fill it in like a rental, like a car rental. You got to fill it up before you turn it back in.
Right, but if we didn't use one of them, then it didn't.
Right.
We didn't use them all. We only had one. running.
$4,000.
Right, but we
for
got a
fuel.
new one because at midnight when everybody was calling trying to, and maybe that's why DPW for all the midnight phone calls
Yeah.
when it was dying and
Yeah. There was a lot involved there. Yeah.
What, in 2022?
no, this year.
2023.
This year.
Yeah. Even the electrician, he had to be called in 3 times. Because they weren't getting power. So we got the way to fix that is get all the electrical hookups updated, and that request is in with DPW. Anybody got any? All right, so there's our total expenses, and here we go with the first net income or loss that we've had of this amount of $27,639.
Thank you, Jenna. I used to have a record that's minus 16,000.
Yeah. So there, and then I'll pass out. Any questions? And then here is our funds, our general funds that we have. I'll let you all get a copy of that. This is what we have in our account as excess, what we call our general fund excess. As you can see, it was up to $95,021 in 2021 and went down by 2022, and it went down by the 26,000. We now have $56,028 in our general fund. In a way, if we get 2 more years like this, that general fund will be gone.
And that means
That means, my suggestion is we go to city for better. That 13,000 they've given us has been the same for 20 years. You know, and we're putting, actually, you know, in my opinion, we're putting $50,000 back into the city. And if we didn't have to do that, we'd be way in the plus. So I want to go in front of Common Council and ask for more general fund money. We have to.
No,
Yeah.
I'll go with you to some of those cities and get paperwork. You can go over.
Find out what they get.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
how much they get from their city, and the biggest thing is to ask them how much their city charges them, because I don't believe there's another city that charges for police and DPW. So you take that 50,000 off, we
Yeah.
made 23,000.
Yeah. But they do a great job. They help
I mean,
us.
they're great employee, yeah, that ain't a problem. And like I always said, I'd rather have the police there if we got a problem than a rental security guy.
God, yeah.
They just got hired.
Yeah. And again, that's at 56,000 now. That will, at the end of the year, once we do home for the holidays, that will, you know, also affect that balance.
Yep.
So you're saying that the DPW was the main reason for that almost 51,000?
Yeah.
And that was because the generator kept breaking down? Was
They
one of the
do-
reasons?
I'd rather have talk to him and let him explain that, because they do a, you know, they clean that first night after Bella Cane, when you saw all the tables completely covered with trash and all that. Came back that next morning and everything was cleaned up.
Right.
Well, they do a great job. That's,
Yeah, I'm not questioning that at all. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to figure out, it's almost, I mean, with the generator fuel, if they had to keep coming at night because stuff is breaking down.
You know.
Trying to figure out how much the generators are actually costing
Well, it's,
and the lack of.
obviously it's
Yeah.
more than 965.70, because if we have to pay for them to keep coming out, we probably paid more for the generator fuel than we did the year before. So if we can get do we have to pay for the electric to get done?
Yeah.
And how much is that?
what electrician did you call?
Huh?
What electrician did you
They got to get it. DPW is getting We Energies gets a it's got to be through We Energies through a contractor.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a painted over
Yeah.
or not.
No.
So that would solve the problem of the generator, right? And then it would also solve the problem of them having to come out in the middle of the night,
Right.
right? So, okay.
Yeah.
But
I
we've been
have-
waiting for 2 years for that now.
For 2 years, yes.
I think that's huge if we can get that electrical updated.
Yeah.
And the ice.
The ice machine. Yeah, the ice came out. You know,
Yeah,
half of what we paid for ice. You know, because of the coolers.
Why
Well,
didn't
no, we
we
paid
paid the same?
we
you got
paid
here.
right around the same.
Because you ordered 2 complete coolers full of ice to
Didn't
start
we-
with.
Didn't we have
Okay.
2 last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, last time we used 2 and then we went and ran and bought.
But we did-
Oh, but we didn't.
We
That
had-
wasn't
That was under supplies on this side?
supplies.
Was
I
under-
forgot you said that. My fault.
But also there was like 20 bags left over in there too. So we can order less ice to start with also. Now that we found out, you know, we saved on ice so much.
Well, aside from cutting costs, what are reasonable opportunities to increase revenue?
The increased revenue.
Yeah, what are, I mean, good ideas for that. So Bella Cane's a big draw. Are there other draws that we can have for the other day? We've had the same entertainment for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Did you by any chance see the Now?
Yeah, we've had to now.
They had a following, I think it was bigger than Bella Cane when they were at Greendale. It was huge.
Yeah, but now, yeah, we've had them. And they're at the Rock. They were at the Rock one night when I saw them.
I still say increase the beer prices too.
That's the other. We got to talk about that. Increase in beer prices. I don't want to do it unless everyone else is doing it, because all we're going to hear back is, "Oh, you guys are $6." You know, what if Greendale and we go by Dan Jansen? Dan Jansen this year was $5. They're the only ones that does something in advance that we, but you gotta order the tickets also, you know, so if we're ordering $2 tickets versus $1 tickets, I just don't wanna be the one to have the price at $6, and Greendale's only at $5, you know,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to up it to 6.
and
I think 5 is good. We're making what you said, $3 a can.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna. Well,
But it's not really a problem. The thing was dealing with tickets too. If you're the people in the ticket booth, and they come in, I'll give $10 worth. Give
Yeah.
me 2 sheets of tickets. Give me
Exactly.
$5 worth. Now they want to buy a beer at $6. Give them $10. They got to give them $4 and change. You know, $4 back, or give me 3 of them. Now we don't go through many singles at all. It's just bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Quick
because we shall
sales.
go through singles.
So if we did do probably 77,000 in sales, if we and it was 19, we'd probably make about 90,000 in total sales if we went to $6 a can. But will we lose some sales because it's $6 a can?
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of times they're
90,000. Wait, oh here.
you know, give me $20 worth, give me $10 worth, give me $40 worth. You know, it's hard enough on the people in Mirrorstown and selling tickets to do that job. And I know I've even asked my wife, who does it every year. She says it'd be a nightmare. She said that, you know, then counting at the end, counting the money at the end, with all the singles and all that.
Well, that's why you change the ticket prices too. You have $10. You have $20 a sheet versus $10 a sheet. You give them half a sheet. That's $20.
Yeah, but if
$10.
they're not going to buy $20 worth if they want to buy 3 beers now. Now they're paying
Beer,
extra.
yes.
You know, they're
Well,
It's 18, and then they have
Yeah.
2 left over.
Well,
yeah.
then they
They want to
have to
buy
buy
enough
more.
to buy their regular beers that they're buying at the bar. They, you know, when they say $20, they know they can buy 4 beers with that $20.
Well, some of them.
Just because we
Well,
raised
it's
the
a
dollar.
thought.
No,
It's a
just 'cause we
thought.
raised, go ahead. Go ahead.
It was just a thought.
I was gonna say, just because you raise the dollar to 20%, we're not gonna take in 20% more money.
Right.
And we could actually take in less than we took in this year, because it can actually be, it probably won't $1, but at some point, you know, the curve goes back down on it.
Just ideas.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anna interrupted.
No,
You
that's
you can hit,
just a
you can
thought.
hit, you can hit me later.
I'll get you later.
Oh. And you guys will be selling at the fair $5.
Beer.
God, I honestly don't know. I believe so. I don't think we've changed that price.
Do you sell the same beer at St. Martin's?
From the same vendor, yeah.
But the same beer or no?
No, because like we should have Oktoberfest,
Okay.
which we don't have here. So we try to get a variety, but Bill handles all that, so I don't drink beer, so I don't care.
All right. Any other thoughts?
I don't think we can go back on fireworks. Set the bar really high this year. I had nothing but great comments about those. Everybody loved them.
When you have something good, you don't want to make it bad.
Even the fireball at the end.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that.
Oh, what about the fireball?
Oh, I heard was that on purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people question that. Somebody set the record straight though at some point on Facebook saying, yes, this was intentional, so.
Yeah.
Then they loved it.
Well, Greendale's done it,
Mm-hmm.
so I want to see. They got fireworks this Saturday. See if they just had a big firework at the Milkman,
Mm-hmm.
and they spent a good $70,000.
I was told 80 by Jim
You were told 80?
Yeah.
Keeps going up, but I saw it.
How do you compete with
It was not. It was good, but it was not 70,000 versus our 30
Right, and you can only do so much
in 20 minutes.
Right, and you can't do too long, otherwise people lose interest, they said.
Yeah, they did have bigger shells.
Mhm.
But we couldn't
That's
do
where
that
money-
with the area we have, though.
We can't.
No,
Right,
it's too
no.
small.
That's why our guy tends to try to like shoot up 3 or 4 and spread them out so they all go off at once, so it looks like a bigger one.
Yeah.
Anything from the Bureau, Brian? You thinking?
Live sounds good to me, so makes it easy that way.
Yeah, even and even the people at the
Right.
at the bar then too. You got to take 3 separate instead of the sheet, or you got to take now 3. If you're buying 2 beers, you got to take. See, now I'm even having to thinking about it.
If you
I know.
changed it to $2 tickets,
It would be.
it would be
Yeah, it's
easier.
not- It's rough,
Yeah.
yeah, it's, I think people are intelligent enough to be able
Yeah.
to count
You're
2, 4,
thinking
6,
of-
8, 10.
But they're still
I-
buying 3 beers. They got to give you three tickets,
Right.
Yeah.
which isn't a pack like you have. If they're buying 2 beers, they got to give you 6 tickets. Now it's, it's not the pack unless they buy.
They do have a hard enough time figuring out 5 tickets. Because, instead of just ripping the sheet in half,
Right.
give me half, they're gonna go 2 here and then maybe 3 here or 1 down there, it's like.
It is funny.
At the ticket booth too, it would be very hectic because
Yeah.
someone wants 3 beers, it's $18, you gotta give them
$2 change.
1 sheet and take off 1 ticket. Just about every sale would be a tear off unless they buy the $20, and then they end up with that extra tickets.
Well, that's why you get the
Or you
$2
put-
Yeah, we're at
Put
5
12 tickets on a sheet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and still have one side is 1 beer.
Yep.
If
6 tickets
and
for.
when the prices do go up to $6, I would then advocate for the $2 tickets.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Because I think that would cut down the printing costs. That's what I was trying to look at.
How many sheets do you print?
70, 80,000.
Isn't it 90?
Well, 10 tickets to a sheet.
I thought it was up to 90,000.
It was 90, but we didn't use the 90, right?
Well, then we save $6,000 because we don't have to buy the coolers anymore. We got them now, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we took off the extra fireworks and the coolers, we would have only lost 11,000, which wouldn't have been the end of the world for us. 'Cause
Well, and then, the wall that heals, you got that in.
the year before we had that, and
Yeah.
that made a dent. But then again, we're not here to make money.
No, right. We just try
Put
to.
on the best show possible without
Yep.
going broke either.
Yeah. If anything, too, if they went up to $6, we could do like Greendale and have someone, instead of having a ticket booth, have cash turned in, and they have people that sit in the bar that take the bartender takes the money, gives it to a person right there, and there's no tickets at all. And they'll say, okay, 2 beers, and then he gives the cashier $12. She puts it in, and he goes and serves the 2 beers with no tickets.
But then isn't that a lot to do with trust then too, the people?
Well, you'll have people around you watching, but then you've got a factor of somebody coming to rob you or walk in and,
Grab it.
yeah,
And I've
just
always
grab it and go.
Take the
with-
money too, and you don't see them put it in their pocket or.
And since I do the Mr. Nackert, are you going to answer what I'm going to say?
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Go ahead.
My beer buffet idea would work.
Your what?
My beer buffet.
Oh, the beer buffet.
A guy would come in, they go down this aisle, they pick out their beer from the side, and they get to the end, and there's the cashier, and you bring them out, just like a grocery store.
But when we have Bella Cane, we got 8 bartenders.
These people could, you could
That
turn out-
line is gonna be wrapped around
You could turn out like 3
Loomis,
times more.
past
One
my
cashier,
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than
No.
one.
Or you just hand
They'll
it
be
over.
they'll be standing on my lawn.
But now I forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh.
The beer buffet. From my standpoint, I order $80,000 worth of tickets. I can accommodate, have records for, hey, I sold this many tickets, I took in this many dollars, you have that,
Oh,
where you
right.
can go to justify all your expenses. If I just had cash sales for beer now, I have nothing to justify it. And I don't want that responsibility. I really don't.
And I don't think the printing tickets is that much,
No,
you know what I mean, comparatively.
that printing is part of, that we had was not just the tickets, it's also the printing for the print
Everything?
graphics.
Okay.
Yes, that's,
And Hoopsters?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Hoopster is the banner one, that's the separate one, that's
Oh,
separate.
Hoopsters
but-
is separate.
Yeah. So there, that's, and we should go into what Mr. Knackert said about election of officers again for chairman and vice chairman.
And I'll need John for chairman and Ann for vice chairman.
Second.
All
How
in
many
favor?
years? How many years?
4.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Another year. Now the days of 2024 event to be decided. So the 4th is on Thursday. And it would be difficult just to start on the 4th. And we've always had really good sales on the night before because people are out the night before the 4th. So we're definitely committed to the 3rd, the 4th. And then you got the 5th, which is Friday. And then the 6th, would be the final night. So it'd have to be 4 days.
So we're starting Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Okay.
But it'd be all nights though. It'd just be Wednesday night. Then all the 4th like we always do. And then Friday night would just be night. And then Saturday would just be night also. So
When
we
you
wouldn't
say
have
night,
to.
is that 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock?
On first night, it's usually we open up the bar and that at 5, but we don't get the entertainment till 7.
Got it, okay.
But then there would be nothing like doo-wop daddies in the afternoon, or the jimmies in the afternoon, like we did Saturday and Sunday. So we'd be, and like I said, if we do the band that we talked about on Saturday, we would have nothing in the afternoon on Saturday until Saturday, not until 5 o'clock Saturday night. The carnival,
carnival-
good point. Carnival we could even have open till Sunday
Yeah.
Oh,
if they want.
If they want, I was gonna say,
What's that?
make sure you ask Chip so you put it on the permit if we do it.
5 o'clock? No. I would still want to do that during the day.
But if Saturday is usually cornhole day
You can have the cornhole still on Saturday.
at
Yeah.
3, or I would push
I
it
can
back
still
to 5.
do it earlier.
Yeah.
But then you have to open up the bar.
The carnival's going to be going on, right?
Yeah, in the carnival we could have the bar.
Everything's
open.
going to be going on except
Yeah.
for the band.
Oh,
But when are you gonna
you
have
would
food
need,
start?
you would need to have that bar open.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Or we do the portable bars. We drive in.
the only thing
go-karts.
that changes on that Saturday is the fact that there's going to be no bands
Entertainment.
So it's not
playing
just
on the main
Right.
stage until
Yeah.
Bella Kane
It's
plays.
just the,
Okay, so just entertainment just at night, but it's not just the
Yeah.
grounds.
We got to have something, for the food vendors too.
Mm-hmm.
If they set up and there's,
we can
Yeah.
tell them what's gonna happen and they can decide if they wanna stay Sunday, I guess, or not.
and come later that,
But I'm thinking Sunday Chip would do a wristband so that
Mm-hmm.
the
yeah.
parents would just come, shove the kids out of the car and come back 3 hours later. They go on all the rides they can and
But in the past, when we didn't do good on Sundays anyways. So in the past, Sunday would be a day that we could get all cleaned up and torn down while the carnival's running. Because we got to have the tent ready for pickup on Monday. Anyways, yeah.
I looked at the 2023 dates this year for summer concerts in the park, and they had their first concert that Sunday after the festival.
So they'll have a
So-
concert in the park.
That's what I'm wondering,
Yeah.
is would it be a good idea to reach out maybe
And tell them, yeah.
and ask, are you going to start that day? Because we wouldn't have anything And that way we could kind of marry the two, or,
Yeah.
Because there'd be food there, yeah.
And even if they want, if the stage is gonna be there, too. So if they wanted to use the main stage,
but then you have sound and all
Yeah,
that.
and we're cleaning up and taking the
Yeah.
chairs and tables down.
Yeah,
yeah.
I would say,
There's
keep them in
ends
the
at
band shop,
3,
but
right?
I think it start 1:30
1
to
to
3
3,
or
yeah.
something.
So I mean, it's not late in the day.
Now you guys brought up food vendors would hurt. It would hurt the food vendors.
So you're talking for Sunday then, the last day, or?
No, well, I'm thinking even Saturday, the food vendors would not have that much sales to make until Saturday, evening.
Mm-hmm.
Unless,
The carnival will be going on.
like Doug
Carnival
said,
can be, that'll be wristband day. Definitely will be wristband on Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday, or just Saturday?
I think Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. And then you still want to do cornhole at 3?
Let me think about that. Let me look, because I got that app now, and
Okay.
I might want to start it at even one or two. Because now that I got the in with all those cornhole guys, they're trying to talk me into having one at my house on a basketball court.
Yes.
But like with all the good, like really good players. But I mean,
Just tell me you don't want me there, okay?
no, but I got the in with them. I'm sure I'll at least double the amount of teams that I get for sure next year. I'll have double.
And that's what it's all about. It's not about, even though I said we made $40 off of it, it still was an activity that, we shared with people to enjoy.
Right.
Did you send those out that I sent you?
Yeah. Oh, the
Okay.
checks? Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy didn't get hit. I got called like 5-6 times.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's got to go in front, the Common Council has to approve it. So it usually takes 2 to 3 weeks to get it to them.
Do you know which one?
I can't, the bigger one.
The first place one?
Yes.
Because I explained to them, I said, this is going to take a while to
Yeah.
get your money. So,
Yeah, but that's not a big, he got it, so.
okay, good.
They all got them now?
So,
Yeah.
should we go with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th?
Do you want to do the 7th as carnival?
Carnival,
Okay. So really, you're doing the 5 days.
but not our,
But just nothing on Sunday, right?
Well,
The
bar
only
will
thing
be
going
open.
on is the carnival?
And the bar.
Well, the bar couldn't be open because we're taking it down because they gotta pick it up.
you gotta pick it up Monday.
Okay, but
Could always wheel
Can you
one
have a
cooler
portable
up by-
one?
We could wheel the cooler up by the carnival in case any
can
parents
we
hang
use
around.
the wrestling tent?
Yes. Well,
If we're gonna have the wrestling.
I'm thinking in my head.
And we're gonna be
I'm
expanding
sorry.
the police and fire department, or police and DPW
You're gonna have
costs
extra
by
day.
another day.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you have police and DPW anyway if you had carnival?
Yeah, if you're doing Sunday too, that's,
But if the carnival's
But the
running,
carnival's
wouldn't they
already
be-
going to be going on.
Yeah, if the carnival's already going to be doing Saturdays.
I'm just saying, compared to what we've got here, we're adding expense.
Yeah,
And it's
'cause
our
they'll-
biggest, one of our biggest expenses.
Well, I think, I'm not clear, is what I'm saying. Is if we had nothing on Sunday, then I can see what you're saying. But if the carnival's gonna be here Sunday, wouldn't police and DPW be here anyway?
And they bill you for it.
But we'd
Yes,
be
but
bill-
we're
yeah,
gonna
we're
get billed
paying.
for it. If our revenues stay
Yeah.
the same, we're increasing our expenses.
I hear that.
Right, but we already said that the carnival's going to be on Sunday, correct?
But
Yeah.
we still have police on site with the
Right.
carnival, either way, you have to have.
Right.
Right.
So,
They
I
still
mean,
can.
So then
So
my
there won't
question
be
was,
any
why
more
not
if we-
sell beer?
yeah.
Because we have to have everything out of the tent so we can take it down.
No, we're saying use a smaller tent.
Use the
Like the
smaller
wrestler
tent,
tent.
or
With like
And move
two
everything
of those
to
bar
that.
sections with one cooler or two coolers is what she's
Moving
saying.
it, yeah, but we're thinking under the tent because you gotta take everything down.
Yeah.
And just being the devil's advocate, I'm
And just use the
throwing this
table.
out there.
Yeah, if we're
We
paying
came to the
anyway.
council and
Said
said,
no more
we're
5
doing
days."
this because we didn't have enough volunteers.
Uh-huh.
So now you're gonna go an extra day besides that.
But we're not doing anything on that extra day other than the carnival.
Well, they were talking about.
Unless we do the beer.
Well, the beer, and that's what
But-
we're there anyway. We're cleaning up, so we might as well.
If there's no band, 2 or 3 people, like,
I don't think it's worth having beer sales on Sunday. Like Ed's saying. Like Ed's saying, we're gonna run into costs then with DPW.
you
And
still,
then when you go in front of,
Has to
Who
give us
cleans
at
up
least
the
one
carnival?
guy and probably a supervisor under our union rules, so.
you're telling me that you're not gonna have police and DBW expenses because the carnival's open?
Sure, you will. There has to be an officer up there, no, or at least going through every once in a while.
but not DPW, they're usually doing the garbage cans and that's it.
That's still a day, an
And
extra
that's-
We'll have
day.
to talk to them about
And that's a
it. We should-
Sunday. What's the rate on Sunday?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
That they were paying Sunday rate for that
Oh,
as
the
well.
rate. Okay, that was the one. I'm sorry, I just didn't
No.
hear.
We're gonna have to ask them
You have to
then.
ask yourself, I mean, is it worth
Yeah.
doing anything on Sunday or not?
Right, it's a balance.
Even
act,
carnival
obviously.
wise, right? Yeah, even
Yeah.
carnival wise.
I mean, I'm just not saying it is or isn't. I'm saying, what is the cost? What is the benefit? Is it worth doing it on Sunday?
Yeah, because we're
Yeah.
not getting anything out of the carnival, are we?
Yeah.
We get a commission,
We
oh
get
yeah.
20%, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's gonna
Carnival
do
was
that much on one
22,000,
day.
so,
You gotta run it by Chip, though, you may have something else planned there.
but they bring in, I'm sure he's gonna want
That's
it.
what I was just
You
getting
can tell.
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
So, if you're dropping your kids off, unless your kids are old enough to be dropped off, you're gonna stick around and have a beer.
We had people when the carnival opened on the regular days early. There were, remember, you were out there with the cash box.
Yep.
And
They
you were
wanted
doing
beer.
very well. There was a lot of people coming up and getting
There were.
beers. I think if we do decide to have the carnival on a Sunday, on that Sunday, I would say, yeah, just do a smaller version of a beer
Couple
tent.
coolers.
And that would be attended by just us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, no volunteers.
No, we
Yeah.
wouldn't need them.
I mean, I don't have a problem hanging out for a couple hours. I'm
We
up
would
there.
only need one or two people
Yeah.
in the tent.
I think 2, just to be on the safe side.
Why couldn't we
Yeah.
do a golf cart? Just stick coolers in a golf cart.
Club car.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Portable
if
bar.
there's any way, okay,
On the parade route?
okay.
I'd take a cart in that.
Now we're taking it to a whole different level.
No, I'm gonna use the
Well,
pickup and
You
put it
know,
on the
we
back of
always
that.
had Bruce City tent kind of close to the other tent. If there was a way to maybe, or if we do the golf carts, I'm actually thinking since the carnival is open on Sunday morning, have beer sales up there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
parents
the carts
are
up
taking
there,
their kids
yeah.
that far
We
away.
used to have a family tent with beer sales up there.
Yeah.
And they
Right.
do-
And you guys had
and the
DJ in
library
there
tent was
and-
halfway up.
The library tent was happening, and then we had beer
Yeah.
sales in the library tent too, yes.
I would say take 2 golf carts up there. That way then you're not giving that persona that we are open and people are gonna
Right.
start coming down and,
Yeah.
Or
We're
if
trying
you
to
just
clean
have
up.
that the wrestlers tent without the sides on it, with 2 bar sections, one or two of our coolers. They'll know. They'll come down. You'll make money.
Okay, if only one of us is watching a bar, it's gotta be a bartender.
Yeah.
What about the
We'll
library?
all
we're
be
all
bartenders.
gonna do
That
that,
was gonna be
right?
brought up. We all are gonna get bartender license.
Yeah.
We should all have a license.
Yeah.
Done. I have my,
I'm enrolled, I just haven't taken
You did
the
get
test
yours now,
yet.
right?
I have my certificate.
Can you send me the
I'll
link?
approve.
I'll do it
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
Oh, and I had a
Do I have to
envelope.
just-
There's an envelope for you. You gotta register. You gotta sign up for your
Financial statement?
your financial statement.
Again?
Yeah.
Holy
They
cow.
won't let you just put down same anywhere.
Right.
You're done with it.
Yeah. You gotta get that turned in.
Okay.
I forgot one.
Okay.
All right. Let's see, where are we at?
So, John, what are you gonna do with the trailer that's parked in the tent?
For your trailer,
Yes.
usually you gotta get Beer Capital comes and gets it,
On
so they'll come and get it.
they probably won't come on
Tuesday.
Sunday.
They won't come on Sunday
I
then.
would think they
Monday.
would.
Yeah, come on Monday.
When are they gonna take the tent down on Monday?
There you go.
They're
Yeah.
scheduled to take it down on Monday.
But that don't mean for sure, if something comes up and they got other problems.
Because it's got to go up Tuesday to be ready for Wednesday. So 1 week rental, it's Tuesday to Monday. So it's got to come down Monday.
They can take it down around it, can't they? They can't take it down around it. It's not that big of a little trailer.
You probably, yeah, but they want the tables and chairs out. And they
Yeah,
want the,
that'll be out.
and they got to take the stage down. Other thought is too. I thought no more dance floor. We've had it every year. Yes, Mira.
On that note, it might be related. I was gonna wait to bring this up until we talked about improvements for grounds, but we did have a fall incident last year. We had a couple near falls last year. Have we walked that ground recently?
It's rough.
It's rough. So I'm wondering. That really drives me nuts.
What, you need that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
My wife yells at me for that.
I'm wondering if, the cheapest fix would be to top dress it, just kind of
Oh, yeah.
fill in with topsoil. We could do the labor, I think.
No, DPW will not allow that.
Okay.
They even,
Yeah.
But-
I even got in trouble for the cutting of the grass.
If
Oh.
You're not a union member, that's why.
Yeah.
But what we
I
could
was
do-
just some crazy citizen that
We
was
needed
driving
that.
around and saw long grass, and I was like, "Hey, I'll cut that."
We all,
You
it
know,
was a
we need the
great,
rest.
I did my Forrest Gump.
yes, it was a great,
What we can have is we can have DPW come.
You know how
in
many people
and
see
roll
me
it,
driving my
like
lawnmower from
what
my
they do
house?
what they do to asphalt.
Yeah.
And then level the
I
iron
still
back.
get stuff for
But
that.
there's still
That was
so
funny.
much deviation,
Yeah, but I
especially
know we haven't
regular.
done it yet, but that thing can move, can actually kind of get to move a little bit. It takes out all the high spots.
But if there's
Just a thought.
anything that they can do to
level it
mitigate
out.
the risks of
Oh,
injury.
I'd love to have it all cemented.
There was some
We'll
at
add
the
that to
ticket
the
booth
minus
too,
50.
with that,
They would, yeah,
where
they
the
would.
curve is,
Where they
when
were,
it goes
yep,
down.
that's what and that they can't roll. So that
Right.
you do need to top dress.
By the by the ticket booth in the front, by the curb, and the ground goes down.
I
Right
mean,
in front
'cause
of it.
you have hazards of the ropes coming down, the stakes. You have a lot of hazards, actually.
Yeah, but I'm thinking people kind of watch for that, but when you cut the grass, because it's uneven enough that the lawnmower actually, when you cut it, if you look, the lawn looks perfectly flat.
Yeah, it evens it out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you step, you're not expecting to step down.
And when you get a big rainstorm, it's
Gets a little soft.
completely, yeah, it gets soft and it gets completely torn up. You know, if they're putting up that tent and it's wet, they dig up that ground. You know, I wish it was all cement. And putting up the stage would be nice because now they could have it level. It's very uneven. There's a lot of things we have to deal with every year with.
My concern is how would they tie the tent down if it were all concrete, though? Do you know what I mean?
They do it, you know, at all festivals. They put it right through the asphalt. There's
They have to do it to the street. No, because you don't want to put holes in that cement. Of course, we can't even get a meeting to get the cement. They won't even talk to us.
Yeah, where are we with the structure? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Should
I'm on
Should we hold that
memo
now?
3.
I'm sorry, I kind of jumped ahead. And it was only because you said something that made me think of people falling. So,
That's okay.
And nothing's going to help then, I don't think, except cement. We're on meeting 3 asking. They keep canceling us. They don't. Apparently there's issues and they won't tell us what the issues are. But when they find time, we'll discuss it. But nobody wants to set a meeting up.
Well,
I'm
this
on
is,
my
right
third
now,
email.
right now, this is not a good time.
It's never a good
No,
time.
I'm
Why
just-
didn't we
I
do
can
this
just
a
say
month
this
ago?
Now, yeah, maybe a month ago would have been
We
a
should-
good time, but.
Well, that's when we had
We
it. She
had it,
canceled
yeah.
it. Yeah, because she didn't have time. Or there were issues. There were apparently issues from public officials, I was told. What that means, I don't know. But they canceled it. I sent another email, asked if we can reschedule it, and I'm going to send another email on Monday. And I think if we don't get an answer, we should go in front of Common Council.
And part of the reason for wanting to know with a good lead time is for grants. Because especially since it's an accessibility issue, there would be some grants available for it. Now, my concern, well, we can wait till later for that. Let's talk about the other stuff, please. I'm sorry.
That's all right. All right, let's,
So are we decided on Sunday for the carnival, or are you gonna talk to Chip?
we better talk to Chip, yeah. Yeah.
Chip is a carnival guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wanted the carousel so bad.
So we're gonna see if it's even worth having it on Sunday, correct?
Yeah.
That's the first thing, and then if it is, we'll just take it from there and we'll talk more about the beer tent thing and,
Mhm.
okay.
And
I think
that's-
that's a really easy thing.
We're gonna need to know then, though, if the, how much police would be for that Sunday, how many officers, so we could calculate it out.
There'll be a couple up by the carnival anyway, so I'm sure.
Yeah. Or auxiliary or whatever.
Would the food vendors be open?
It'd be their choice. Yeah.
I thought at one point you said no because you had to tear down behind them.
When we take all that stuff down.
And then we kept taking the tent down.
Because there
anyway.
is food up by the carnival.
Yeah, he's good. They're taking the tent down and then
Snacks.
people are
We
here.
We can
and the
take
food
that down
vendors
on
here.
Monday. The food vendors, if
Oh,
we
okay,
had
that
to,
could
we
be
do
a
it
Monday to
Monday.
take out, okay.
We gotta get the main tent stuff out, that's the big
Okay.
thing.
Tables, chairs, bar,
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
yeah.
But if anybody's got an Eagle Scout project that they need, could we maybe get the Eagle Scout to build us the bar pieces?
I would say it's so, when they bring those bar sections, every community uses the same bar sections.
Yeah.
They bring them, they drop them off, they pile them up for us. Those things, and they store them, they're heavy.
Okay.
They have someone
They're-
build those.
They're like 2 stacks, I think, this high at least.
Yeah, they're just,
It's,
and we pay $649 to rent them.
Okay.
So that'd be too big of a project,
Okay.
and just
Cause we would have to pay for the materials and stuff or what?
Usually the Eagle Scout does the fundraising for all that.
that'd be a lot
Oh,
of
so
money.
they would make it all? So all we'd have to do is store it, hey?
And but storing it would be,
Is it worth $650 a year to store it? No?
nobody else has their own. Everyone rents from the same
Okay.
people.
Okay.
The only reason I was
Sounds like a
thinking
business
that
to
is
get
if
into.
we then relocated and had that extra day of the bar, we wouldn't have to worry about tear
Golf
down.
cart
Yeah.
coolers.
Yeah, we could take that sections and move them over there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday after the carnival or whatever, that's 2 bar sections would
Yeah.
be the only thing we needed. That's nothing to tear
Okay.
down.
Probably wouldn't even need bar sections, you probably just
Yeah.
use tables.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, could do
Tables, it's not
that.
gonna be
Yeah.
that crowded.
Just need one cooler, right? One of the coolers.
One or two, yeah.
Yeah,
And they're on
And they
wheels. You
roll.
can just roll them up the
They
up
roll
the hill,
nice,
yeah.
yeah.
true, true.
And everything's there.
Could probably send one of those 10 by 10
That's-
portable tents
Mhm.
right up on the concrete up there by the festival or carnival. That with a roll up cooler and
And you
a
could
chair.
use the- You could use the tables for the ice cream, because it'll be right up there.
right, exactly. Perfect.
That's what they did with the library when they sold beer, yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Input and suggestions from all committee members on observations and new ideas for future festivals based on 2023 festival happenings. So, you want to start with that, Mira?
Are you looking more for like price changes and stuff?
Just ideas, just thoughts and ideas, and
Just new activities, new revenue, whatever.
The only thing I can think of, and this might be like way too early to be bringing up, but there was a citizen that had suggested the reading of Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, we had that for a while with, what was his name?
Oh, Patrick. Leon.
Patrick Leon.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be feasible to try to get that in. That might be something we could do on Saturday afternoon.
Wouldn't you want to do that on the
But
4th
it
of
only
July,
takes
though?
about 15 minutes.
It's the volunteers we need to do it, though, to read.
And I know Greendale does it.
I did kind of go through the text and kind of break it out. I'm wondering if, and I don't know if we should discuss this in depth now, but if, just having random people without practice, like have them read like 2 sentences.
Could do that. That could be an impromptu thing, too,
Yeah.
to do. You want to fill time in on the afternoon, yeah.
But you want to get a bunch of people to get it started. You know what I mean? That you have people that would do it.
You do need a handful of
You
people
don't
because you want,
10, 15 minutes trying to find somebody that'll
Yeah.
do it.
Well, then you have 2 or 3 backups, one of us or something,
Yeah.
that you know where they're at.
But you have no other activity for them to come for either. We'll see. Okay.
We can always fill it
That's
in.
all, yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Could do bingo.
Beer up at the cornhole tournament with a speaker system.
I've got a karaoke machine. This
Yeah,
winter.
no, I don't think those guys are gonna wanna do karaoke.
No, it's
I
got,
know.
but you can
The
either
city
have
has
music
one,
on
right.
or you can click it over for a microphone so you can have
Sure,
a speaker with
that'd
you.
be great.
The city
it
has
right-
one that we use for the tree lighting, so.
Okay, yeah, just
There
put it
is
right in
one.
the back of the club car. and-
Yeah, because it's
Perfect.
portable. You don't want to be carrying that. thing
Perfect,
all
that
over.
way I don't have to yell.
The club car is going to be the portable bar, though.
Okay,
That's all right. It can still be back there as you can yell. We have a sale this week for an
Yeah.
hour.
So you want that for announcements, not for music?
You can
Both.
use it for both.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need a playlist too.
yeah. And then, I can just take that out of the club car and then sell the beer out of the back of it.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you looking for, John?
Huh?
What are you looking for?
I had some suggestions, but the one was everybody gets a bartender license.
If somebody can send me the link to that, I'll do that right away.
I will send you mine.
And then,
It's online.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
what about a 3-on-3 basketball?
Or those.
Yeah.
2 portable hoops.
You have to have portable hoops for that.
Yeah.
Have you done
Which is-
pickleball yet?
Haven't done
Pickleball would
pickleball,
be
that's
a-
kind of a new thing.
Pickleball is a big thing.
Yeah.
Versus
Pickleball
3-on-3
tournament?
basketball, pickleball would be by far.
Yeah.
So then we would have to, the pickleball courts on the other side would have to be where that is.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily. It could be a different day.
Well, no, what I'm saying is the pickleball courts are up at the Lions, like on the other side.
Yeah.
At Vernon
And we
Park.
and we could use those, right?
We'd have to reserve. Yes, we do. We did the dodgeball tournament one time there. Yeah, we have to reserve them and say they're closed to the public and do a pickleball tournament.
Yeah, I
And the
could-
rec department's got 2 groups that use them, and one is just like old people like me, casual for fun. But then they got a group that they describe as the people that are really serious. They might be interested.
That's the group that I used to play with until they got really serious. So,
Too serious, right?
yeah.
But I mean, you might have a built-in audience right there.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great. I'd rather do that than the basketball. It's easier
Are
to
you
do
thinking
that.
of a different day than Saturday?
Yeah, it would be a
Yeah.
different day other than Saturday. I don't know what day it would be though. Maybe that would be a Sunday
Either
thing.
Sunday.
Could be Thursday, Friday, Wednesday.
Yeah, but the thing with people with maybe that could be the Saturday or the 4th is on Thursday. Maybe that's the 4th of July thing. Pickleball.
It's tough to get an activity for the 4th to get people involved with. It's they got so much
Yeah.
going on. If it
True.
was on the 5th, that Friday, Could be that Friday.
Yeah,
How
if
long?
people are off work.
Yeah, and they'll be off on work on the 5th.
How long does pickleball usually take?
Each
game?
game probably the most 10 minutes maybe.
So what about doing it either before or after cornhole? If you
Cornhole's gonna take a while this next year.
That's Saturday.
That's
So what
gonna
about
take up. That's gonna take
Or else
up.
someone else would have to
That's-
do a pickleball at the same time
Yeah.
cornhole's going on.
Yeah,
That would be the way to do it.
yeah,
Saturday would be the better way to do it.
yeah. That would be if somebody wants to do the pickleball and I do the cornhole. Maybe I could find somebody to do the pickleball.
You know,
But again, it would all determine on how many teams we got and blah blah.
I think you get enormous.
Probably,
You know.
probably.
Mr. Knackert.
Is this really gonna be our first 5-day festival then? I thought the 4-day.
No, we did do a 5-day. We have done.
and we swore we would never do it.
When it was 4th was on a Thursday, we did do a 5-day in the early times.
Well,
Yes.
that's not set in stone yet either. You still have to talk to Chip, right?
Yeah.
To see if it's even worth doing it.
I'm 90% sure he would say yes because he's all set up there. You know, he's all ready to go. He doesn't have to move anything. He would rather be operating.
Okay.
But then that's only that upper part.
yeah.
It's the carnival only.
So we really wouldn't need any volunteers other than the ticket booth and the small bar area that
Don't
we're
even need a
doing.
ticket
could
booth
just
for
do-
that.
Yeah.
We could just do cash.
Yeah, and we're not looking at
Okay.
volunteers for that day.
Oh, I
Remember?
didn't know how
You
that
said
worked.
you would do a couple of hours
When?
on Sunday.
Oh no, I always said I was gone.
He
Yeah.
said they didn't wanna be.
No, but I mean, next year you said you'd.
Oh
sell
yeah,
beer on
no,
Sunday.
yeah, no, I'll do that on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's recorded, right?
Yeah.
Again, thank you, everyone. We had a successful event, and like I said, hopefully we can keep it going. All right, let's talk about Home for the Holidays.
I was looking at another idea for potential revenue. Should I bring it up now or later?
Sure.
If we had a 10 by 10 pop-up tent, we might be able to sell various smaller sundries like personal mosquito spray, t-shirts, things like that.
Find a vendor that can do that.
It would be us.
We're so occupied with
Or
that.
get a
vendor.
couple NHS volunteers because they get double time, right?
Yeah.
for
Some
community
other
service.
organization that would like to, have an opportunity to make money, but not us.
Yeah, the church always wants to. They always want to either come and sell water or do something on the parade route. We could have them do that.
Yeah. Yeah, church.
I don't know if I
Do you
have them.
remember when that light thing is gonna be up at the Rock?
Oh, that enchanted
Start-
Christmas?
November.
Yeah, it starts in
through-
November. It'll be that night. It'll be the same night as ours.
You
But-
think
They know
it's
what
gonna,
that is, so.
Not at all. I actually think it's a benefit that they're doing it, and let me kind of explain why. So when we were talking about the November event, one of the things that we were asked for was lights. But we're only during the daytime, and lights are super expensive. So by the Rock having the light event, that kind of removes us from having to do lights, eliminates those expenses, and plus they're not open until, I think their first ticket is 6 o'clock,
6 or something,
and we're done by 5:15.
it'd be nice if there's some way that we could communicate that event to the,
And complement each other, yeah, definitely. I think this is one that coordinates extremely well together.
maybe talk to Laura Nelson.
Yeah, I have been, but been working, so. So this is, what I handed out is just a draft, and I thought it would be, that's more than what's gonna be in the paper, because she didn't have that much room. Anybody wanna read it since I don't have a copy? So we're having it opens with, go to my notes. I wanted to say that I'm really thankful for Innovative Fitness because they're going to be starting the event with, and Maria has been so wonderful to work with. They're going to start the event with a 5K. And as far as I know, last communication, it was free. So, and they're encouraging strollers, families, all that. Don't hold me to that, but that was the last communication. Because the link that they're using, they can't take a fee from. Also thankful to Jennifer at the library, who was really accommodating and moving back to November because they had planned in December. Have you heard anything from her about
No.
volunteering up there?
Just that we were gonna communicate via email instead of meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Santa's Workshop and Market. We are still recruiting, but looks pretty good. We have, trying to think. I know for the exterior of the homes, we'll have, and for businesses, there's going to be a gentleman, I think he might be associated with our fire department or a fire department, who does a exterior lighting. So he's gonna be there. We have stuff for inside the home, including, like non-seasonal stuff and seasonal stuff. We have European pastries. We have, the one thing, there's two things that I'm really struggling with at the moment. One in particular is men's gifts. Okay, I don't mean to be sexist, but I'm not a guy. I don't know. And I don't have, so I don't know what guys would like. Everything I look up online, it's like engraved knives, engraved hammers, and that
What
kind of
about
violence
like
are too.
Leatherworks? There's people that make the belts and they make the wallets and.
I do
How
have
about
one
just
of
a
those.
gift card to Consumer Beverage? Just saying.
Could sell
He
gift
might
cards.
have donated to his friends.
Guys are easiest to shop for.
And I did find somebody, I shouldn't say because I don't have a commitment, but I've asked, I guess putting like wood pieces into liquor to flavor them.
Yeah, no, I don't know nothing about that.
I don't either, but I asked. But
That must be a new
Dried fruit
thing.
thing.
I don't know.
Please put ice in it.
Yeah. Or a straw.
And the only other thing is are there any electrical outlets out there that we could possibly use?
Up there,
Or anywhere, even if,
the one down, halfway down the hill by the wrestler tent, that's it.
Yeah, when they ran
Okay.
forth over to City Hall.
and how many outlets are there? Just one?
Just one.
Oh, there's a bunch.
I think there's two separate full, like 4
Yeah.
eyes.
Mr. Knacker,
We got that pedestal down there with that thing that plugs in with the long cord that would get it almost all the way over to the carnival park. Remember, we have another one of those turtles, that electrical
oh,
box.
you mean to run it down there?
Yeah, the one that used to go to the family tent could be moved over and
Yeah.
a lot of power over there easily.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking is how many vendors could bring like mini refrigerators?
Not me.
But it's really cold out, no? I mean, it's gonna be cold enough for.
Health
a
department would
refrigerator
never
temperature.
allow
Yeah.
meats just sitting out. It would have to be in a refrigerator.
You can put it, just plug it in and like hide the cord. Well, but if we bring it over to the curb with that turtle thing, because it would fit that fine, just made it up to the family tent.
Can you
Okay,
use
pretty
that
close.
band shell for anything? Because there's power and lights and stuff there.
Originally, that was my thought, but now that it's all up front, I'm trying to keep it concentrated. Depending on how big we grow, I'm going to grow down the hill, and then I don't imagine this year we'll be back by the band shell. And I'd hate to have just one vendor back, but you know what I mean?
Right. But I mean, I didn't know if you could stockpile some stuff there or.
No, I'm thinking of a meat vendor is who would be refrigerated foods, and they're not, health department in no way is, and she even said flat out no. If it's something that needs to be refrigerated, it needs to be stable refrigerated. It can't be like out for a half hour and then go back in.
But you're not gonna have 10, 15 of these people.
No, I'm just asking.
No.
Can I invite more than one? How many can I invite? How many can we accommodate?
Where do you want to put them?
Wherever they'll fit
Put
is
them toward
close.
the end then. If you know where the power's coming from and you know they need power, you shift them down on this end.
Yeah.
If they're together, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta
No,
tell
but
them
I'm
you
just
need
asking, do we have
power.
2 or 8 or...
You're gonna have to look into it.
We do have also like pickled goods, canned goods, jams, stuff like that. So there'll be your kitchen, your living
Not much
area,
power there.
home.
There's not much power there.
See, I'd hate to have somebody come down, think it's there and it's insufficient.
You know, because when you have the shows like Gino's show, he needs power
Okay.
for.
So that's a 120?
Yeah.
And is that one outlet or double gain?
And have to. It's just never done anything at the
I
top up there.
forgot what's all there.
We got to look and see what outlets
Well,
are up there.
He
Yeah,
plugged in
it-
there after the parade though.
Looked really outdated too.
But it was the one on the
Remember that.
hill, the one going down the hill
That's
that
the
I
one
showed
way up
you.
the
Yeah.
hill. Yeah. That's the one halfway down the hill by our, in between us, so. That's running the, power up that all the way from there up.
Or if anything, you put the meat people close to that. You could put that section, like, you could, if you
By the
have to
tree?
sort it, food section or something, or,
I'm just kind of mixing it. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty much first come, first serve.
yeah, well, then you know if you have food, put them down toward there,
Put them down towards the hill or
toward the hill, yeah.
Okay.
That would be fine, I think we
Behind
could
the
get
food
at
truck?
least probably 4 people.
Yeah,
So I'll just leave that open to a conversation.
yeah.
So if anybody's got any good ideas or anything, if you know of anybody, again, please, let me know.
Mrs. Vendor wise.
Yeah. Vendor, pretty much anything, because it's a hodgepodge. Entertainment, I don't know how many people have seen Gino's show.
You'll do
But-
good.
He does very well. He's really good at getting people engaged. In fact, every year when I see him on the North Lawn, West Lawn, whatever it is here, I always hear teenagers saying, "Oh, I wish we would have done that." She did omit the teens get involved sentence because there wasn't room in the newsletter. But I'm hoping families will know this is a really good show to participate in. It's not going to be water focused like the 4th of July, but it is. He always does an excellent show. And then Ian connected me with the Double D dancers, who, in lieu of doing like parade type dancing, they're going to do like a line dancing type thing to try to get people up and moving. So that parking lot, she was asking about the parking lot there, how flat it was, how secure it was. And to me, I think it looks, there's no potholes or anything, right?
Yeah.
And then the Lola Bard Holiday Carolers. I forgot my little speaker, I was going to bring it. I'm really thrilled about them. I think highly of them. So they do a variety. They're coming
Right
up
before the tree lighting. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're starting at 4:15, and tree lighting is at 4:45, and then they'll go to 5:15, and they're out at 5:15. But they do a variety of Christmas and pop, and we're getting 4 carolers in full Victorian garb. So I'm hoping that they can use upstairs bathroom in City Hall, or probably not. Do you think they can use restrooms up in City Hall, or probably not?
Probably not.
Okay.
We're gonna have to get porta potties. Yeah,
No,
we
to
don't.
get dressed, you mean?
Huh?
To get dressed, you mean? Or-
Yeah, to get
Or-
dressed.
I think we can get them in City Hall to get dressed. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to get into their garb.
Yeah.
Because that they can't do in a porta potty, and in their contract.
But it won't be open to the public. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's just for them.
yeah. Yep.
So, do
Yeah,
you
we-
want to know numbers wise? Should I say numbers?
Not yet,
Okay.
not yet.
We did not yet book the elves. Okay, so the Given Entertainment, those three are okay. The elves would be
Yeah, that's too much.
We have
That's
some
true.
gentlemen that may dress up.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
No, you have no,
Do you have
Okay.
a Santa Claus
That's
or
too
don't
much.
you need one?
I'm working on Santa Claus.
but that was for the library, wasn't it?
Yeah, for the library.
I know a Grinch. No, I'm serious.
I don't care.
There you go.
Anything, yeah.
I won best costume last year.
Awesome. So then we have a Grinch.
I do have a full Grinch costume.
So then we have a Grinch.
There you go.
Yes.
You're in. You're in.
Uh-oh.
You're
I
in.
could probably do that.
You're in.
I could probably do that.
So then I'm
Still a
hearing.
maybe only.
I'm about 60%. Let me look at I'll get back to you on that.
I heard yes already.
I did too.
I heard the yes already, so you can't
boy.
walk it back.
Yeah.
We say no first.
So then I'm hearing a no on the heated tent.
Yeah, it is, because, yeah, for that much, for 4 hours, I just.
It'd be 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah.
What if you have a nice day? And I bring it up with them, but I think having a heated tent is
A little too much.
a little bit too much.
Because it would only be 20 by 40. It's not a big
Yeah,
tent.
but it's still. Bring it up with them then.
I found a heated tent for $14.65. But it's only 20 by 40. But it includes the heat and everything. They said about, I think it's kind of a lot if we're talking,
Do you think
That
we need
400.
it though?
Is it $1,500
yeah.
to rent it?
Yeah.
But if we're saying that this is too much for the elves for 6
Who's-
hours,
Yeah.
then I'm
Can't we
definitely.
use heaters for, like the propane heaters we use for like patio heaters?
But where do we get them?
Well, I've got
We
one.
have
Does
no
anybody
idea what the
ask
weather's
people
gonna be
who's got
like.
'em? Yeah.
It could be nice, and if it's lousy, it's going to mess everything else up anyway. So
But if you look back the last 10 years, we haven't had snow on Thanksgiving.
Right.
Knock
Who's
on
a deer
wood, this
hunter?
isn't
Any
gonna
deer
be
hunters here?
This year I am.
this year you're going,
First time.
then you
You're
can't be
gonna
the Grinch.
Then how
Yeah,
can
you
you
will.
be the Grinch?
He's gonna get his deer the first week and be done by the
The
25th.
Grinch can have a gun.
Oh, boy.
That's the first week of deer hunting, I thought.
I thought it
Day
was the
after
second.
Thanksgiving. No, it's the
That's the
last week.
second.
Yeah, I'll
That's
be
the last
around
week.
after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving because I always have Thanksgiving by me. I'll be hunting during the week if anything.
Yeah. It's that Saturday
So-
before them. So.
Right.
It's a Saturday before.
No, it's a Saturday
Thanksgiving.
after Thanksgiving.
So it's
Yeah.
2 days after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'll be home.
So then just reconfirming no parade.
No parade.
Okay. Okay, I got one for you. Another idea. A Christmas carol. Not carol, but CAR. Like if we can get people to bring their cars. Like a car show, the cars of Christmases past, present, future. Lane?
I'd say let's just get through this first year
Okay.
before we bring on.
Because then you're gonna have
I'm just trying to
you're
think
gonna
of
have
ideas.
traffic issues. and
I
then
think you
we're
got a
gonna
good.
have to
I think you
have
got a good
police.
plan right here.
Okay.
This is gonna be bigger than the 4th of July pretty soon.
And just so you know that it gets a certain
Packed
date,
into
and
6
most of the
hours.
guys with collector cars park them.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to
That
do
year,
something.
yeah.
Oh, I
in the
just
fall,
talked to a
and
guy last night at Culver's, and he had a really nice, good grief. It was in the 50s. It was nice red. And he parked like way far away, and they walked over. Was telling me all about, there's another show coming up. He's like, yeah, stop by here. Him and his wife was giving me all the information. So
Used to be yellow.
that's why I wanted to clarify now that that's a yes or a no, because otherwise I would miss, by the next meeting, I would miss the opportunity to recruit. But I'm hearing no.
I think they'll be.
I think we
by
should
then.
add one thing every year.
Okay.
One or possibly two things every year.
Okay. Makes sense.
The vendors, what kind of vendors are you looking for?
Arts, makers, crafts, food, farmers.
Clothes?
Yes,
Sweets?
yes.
Okay. I got a couple probably for you. Possibly. Possibly.
Possibly, but if
I'm
you
not
could throw
gonna
me
say I
names.
do.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, if you could throw me names, I'll add them in the database and then send them out. I can
Okay.
email them.
Now, do they have to pay to then? Okay, how much is it? Okay.
So,
Okay.
Okay, guys, pretty long day. I think, yeah, as far as discuss ideas for future pavilion, I think once we find, just based on what we had for numbers now, I think let's put this on hold till we get a meeting set
I
up.
agree, but the only thing I do want to clarify is, are we doing this because we want it or need it? And what exactly are the needs? We need the updated electrical.
Yeah,
That's not negotiable. And we need to mitigate the falls. You know, like have a level surface.
right,
And however that can be achieved.
yeah.
Those are the two biggest needs.
I think
you're
before.
right about filling it in, because even if nothing else happens, it's still a usable, and there's no harm in it. It'll be reasonable to do cost-wise.
Yeah.
So I would recommend at a minimum we try and do that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we hold off on the whole, have them hold off on the electrical thing until we find out?
No,
about
get that done whenever we can.
Yeah, because if you stall it, then they'll just
Yeah.
find another
Really?
reason.
Yeah,
Drunk people
Because what if
falling
we
on
do get
concrete
that
instead of
approved?
grass and stuff?
we still got food vendors
At least
over there.
level the grass.
It's for the
Okay.
food vendors.
True, okay.
So
And at
it's
the
not
speed
jump
we're
around
going, it
dancing
ain't gonna
and
be in the
little
next
fall.
5
Level
years,
the
I'm
grass.
sure.
That's for food vendors.
Okay.
'Cause that, okay. Well,
Does this include the winter festival thing
No.
numbers? Those are separate somewhere?
no,
But that hasn't happened yet, so
What?
that hasn't happened yet, so.
From last year?
last year
Yeah.
it got taken out of the, no, this report is just based on our festival.
And when is, oh, this one you did, this
They just take that out of the fund. They took that out last year.
Okay.
But you
That's
don't
where
have, you don't
we-
have a
Well, how much is
proposed
it?
budget for it?
Sorry.
Did they
You don't
put
have a
that
proposed
week,
budget?
Winter on their fif-
I'm very
Huh?
slowly,
No.
based on what's
We
coming in.
We don't need that.
But.
Because we're not
I'm
making money off
covered
it, so they don't charge us for it, I guess.
nothing.
Okay, did we run out? No, we're still recording. I think we did a long enough meeting. I gotta head to
yet.
Iowa.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.